Southwest Florida's #1 podcast station.
Hey guys, I want to welcome everybody. In case you're seeing us right now, this is usually the two MOOCs, and we've had to change our format to WLJE News. And the reason why we changed our format, and I just want to welcome everybody to the show right now. My name is Michael Markovina.
And I am Anthony Merrigan.
All right, so we had to change our format right now because I have in front of me right now, and this is going to be a COVID-19 news broadcast from here until this pandemic ends. So I want to read this right now. WLJE News is with the White House press secretary and through the governor of the state of Florida through Ron DeSantis' office. So executive order number 2091. And the reason why we changed our format is you're going to find out later after I read this executive order. So, whereas on March 1st, 2020, DeSantis issued Executive Order 2051 directing the Florida Department of Health to issue a public health emergency. Whereas on March 1st, 2020, the state surgeon general and the state health officer declared a public health emergency exists in the state of Florida as a result of COVID-19. Now, this keeps going on, and where we go to, whereas on March 16th, 2020, President Donald J. Trump and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention issued 15 days to slow the spread guidance advising individuals to adopt far-reaching social distancing measures such as avoiding gatherings of more than 10 people, and in states with evidence of community spread recommending restrictions to certain establishments conducive to mass gatherings and congregations. So basically the beaches where, my God, in the state of Florida, we make so much money for spring break, has been canceled. So we're getting down to page 2. I don't know if you guys are reading this with me. It's Executive Order number 2091. Now, therefore, I, Ron DeSantis, as governor of Florida, by virtue of authority vested in me by Article 4, Section 1, Subsection A of the Florida Constitution, Chapter 252, Florida Statutes, and all other applicable laws, promulgate the following executive order to take immediate effect. All right, guys. I decided to change the format of the show to WLJE News. This way, myself and Anthony can get out and do some field reporting. So since this executive order came into effect, which is coming into effect April 3rd, that's going to be tomorrow night. This is under Section 1, this is a safer at home order, not a stay at home order. So under Section 1, safer at home, senior citizens and individuals with a significant underlying medical condition such as lung disease, moderate to severe asthma, serious heart conditions, immunocompromised status, cancer, diabetes, severe obesity, renal failure, and liver disease, and so on and so on and so on, are risk to COVID-19. Okay, so the flu season, COVID-19, same thing. If you've been tuning into the two MOOCs, then you know it's the same thing, pretty much. Our last show on the two MOOCs, we outlined everything. And we're going to be coming live through the coming weeks because as of right now, the state of Florida is on lockdown. And I hate to use that word because I know we're not all in prison. But we are at a safer at home lockdown until at least May 1st. Hopefully no later than May 15th. So Section B on the subsection B on the Section 1 says, in concert with the efforts of President Trump and the White House Coronavirus Task Force to fight COVID-19, and based on guidance provided by the Florida Surgeon General and State Health Officer, Dr. Scott Reeves. I don't even know who the hell these people are. Have no idea. Okay, so they're telling you to stay at home under Section 2 under essential services. For the purposes of this order and the conduct it limits, essential services means and encompasses the list detailed by the United States Department of Homeland Security in its guidance on the essential critical infrastructure workforce version 2, March 28, 2020. And we're going to get that. We're going to get to that in future broadcasts. We're coming to you tonight because I did not serve this country for 4 years active duty, 6 years inactive, to pretty much have martial law inflicted on us right now. Actually, I'm very, very upset. And this is why I've had to change the format from the 2 MOOCs to WLJE News. And the reason why I did that is so that myself, my production staff, who have kids, who have to pay their bills, can still keep coming to work for Liquid Jungle Entertainment. And Anthony, you came up with quite a few things earlier today, and if you can tell our audience right now, that would be great.
All right. So the applicable fines that all these news stations are giving to you, to these very reputable news stations. So the 60 days in jail, and on top of the $500 fine that they're telling you that they will give you if said action is cause of walking outside your house and doing something besides the essential that they tell you that they can do, is applicable to the sale of alcohol to a minor.
And Anthony, I want to stop you right there. Essential activities under Section 3 of 20-91. Guys, I know this is not a professional broadcast, not a professional news station, but I want to let you guys know this is where we're going right now. Exactly where we're going right now. Okay, under Section 3 of 20-91, essential activities, and I hate to cut you off. For the purposes of this order and the conduct it limits, essential activities means and encompasses the following: attending religious services conducted to churches, synagogues, and houses of worship, and participating in recreational activities consistent with social guidelines, 6 feet apart. So on the COVID-19 or the flu or anything else, if you're a responsible adult, you should be socially distancing yourself from other people so that you don't affect them. Okay, participating in recreational activities consistent with social distancing, such as walking, biking, hiking, fishing, hunting, running, or swimming. Swimming? If you got a pool in your backyard, who's going to be over? I mean, come on. Taking care of pets, of course. The governor has to put that in there. Caring for or otherwise assisting a loved one or friend. So, Lee County Commissioner's Office is going to arrest you, either charge you with a $500 fine or 60 days in jail. They have not indoctrinated this yet, but we at WLJE, we're going to go down to the Commissioner's Office on Monday because that's when they're going to have their meeting. And we're going to start talking to the commissioners to see if they're really going to enact this. Because number one, it's unconstitutional. And if I have any attorneys out there that know the United States Constitution, please contact me right now. 239-645-0291, or at any time within the next couple of days. I will answer your phone call. I would love to have you on the show and start talking about our constitutional rights that are being taken away from us right now. And I'm not talking about Governor Ron DeSantis, and I'm not talking about President Trump, because they have not enacted any order because it's unconstitutional. What I'm talking about is the Lee County Commissioner's Office that are going to start fining people. And this was on Fox 4, Week News, and CBS. And I watched it today. And this is why I'm very upset. And this is why WLJE is now going to a news media so we can bring you the facts, not about what's going on Facebook, but the facts about what's going on in this country. I hope you guys realize this is just the beginning. The suicide rate, the robberies, and everything else that's going to come with this pandemic is going to be exponential. And this is why we're starting this broadcast right now. When you see the breaking news for WLG, please tune in because we have right now we're with the White House Press Secretary's office. We're with the Governor's office press secretary. So we get all these emails and all the orders from the governor and the president of the United States regarding Florida and the U.S. This is why we are airing live tonight. This is going to be a short broadcast, and Anthony, if you could follow up on some of your other stories. And he just looked this up online. It only took 5 minutes. And that's what I'm asking each and every individual that's watching us right now to fact check everything. Because I'm telling you, this government is taking away our constitutional right. We are not at a time of war. I'm upset. I want my veterans to step forward. I want my citizens to step forward because this needs to end. Anthony, please.
So the other things that are applicable for the same amount of time for 60 days, if not more, also the $500 fine, is shoplifting, being committed of a fine of carrying 28.5 grams, which will actually land you 6 months and a $500 fine.
28.5 grams of what?
28.5 grams of marijuana.
Marijuana, yeah, which is going to become legal anyway.
So, in the same note, Indians, right, people who live here natively, will now also be charged of the same kind of fine if we just leave our house. If Indians break a fine of fishing twice and getting caught.
Are
yes,
you
fishing.
kidding? Are you kidding me
I'm
right
kidding
now?
you not. If they get caught twice, they will face up to a $500 fine and 90 days in jail. If they get caught twice fishing, but us, Americans, not natives, but Americans, if we leave our house, we will face up to the same kinds of fines.
And by the way, guys, this is reported on Wink News and Fox 4 and CBS and ABC. Tomorrow we're going to bring these clips up because I think they're misusing what they said on the news tonight with, and I know this for a fact. DeSantis gave us an order for people coming out of state, coming into the state of Florida, if they don't self-quarantine for 14 days, these are the fines and the jail time that they're facing. But mainstream media, and I'm going to call everybody out, everyone, and I'm going to replay everything because they're not telling you the truth right now. What they're telling you is what you don't want to hear. And what you're hearing right now is that the governor said you need to stay in your house. It's not a stay-at-home order. It's a safer-at-home order. Section 20-91, Section 1, specifically says stay or safer at home. I have it right here. That is the governor's signature. And that is also the Secretary of State signature. I have it right here. This is what I get every day. Not only from the White House, but from the governor's office. And I'm going to go back one more time to Section 1. I don't know if you guys can see this. Safer at home. It does not say stay at home. And to take our constitutional rights away and to jail us like common criminals, because I guess the government just doesn't think we're responsible enough to wash our hands, wash our face, cough into the crux of our elbows or our shoulder. This is martial law at the beginning. We're going to be coming with you breaking news every day. I know, Anthony, you have a couple more articles to read.
That I do. And
please read them.
So what we have is also a CDC has only issued a 15 days to slow the spread. Now, this is a little old as of March 16th. This was issued by the CDC to slow the spread. Not to self-quarantine, not to lock yourselves in your house, not to do all of this excess unease that everybody else has spread across social media. But what I received after, what I researched after, was that the president and the coronavirus task force updated it to 30 days. Not the CDC, not the people who are in charge of actually telling you that this is a serious issue, but the president and the coronavirus task force, not the CDC. And then as of March 23rd, which is not very long ago, Executive Order 2080, self-isolate for 14 days. Why has this been extended?
I want to bring something up. I don't mean to cut you off, Anthony, but Marcus Spencer is asking 0291 or 1291. Marcus, this is Office of the Governor, Executive Order number 20-91. You guys can look it up online and read the order. This is the start of martial law. I know other states have started it before, and I do understand where the politicians are coming from, because we need to get this under wraps. We need to get this economy back rolling. We need to get people back working. All of my friends are out of work right now. The reason why this TV station is still going is because now I have to change the format to a news station so I can go out and start interviewing Lee County commissioners, hopefully the Governor DeSantis, maybe even President Trump. I don't know. Guys, we are in a time of turmoil right now. And I don't know what to say. I really don't. What I'm seeing right now is the beginnings of martial law. Whether you're for this president or not, because he's not the one giving the executive order. The governors of each state are giving this executive order. But this is the beginning of martial law. Not only martial law, state of Florida, the governor has already deployed the National Guard. to many cities. And in the coming days, I will let you know what cities. But I want everybody to read. And if you can see this on the camera, executive order from Governor DeSantis, 2091. 20-91. It's available online. This is his signature and the Secretary of State with the official seal. So this is not fake news. WLJE news from here on out until COVID-19 is over is going to be factual news. I did not serve in this country. I'm not a vet to have what's going on happen to me and every citizen in the state of Florida and throughout the United States. I'll be contacting a lot of people within the next couple of days. My vets, my friends, and everybody else. I mean, I'm very emotional over this. I can't believe this is happening here. It is a virus. If you tuned in yesterday to the two MOOCs, we outlined, Anthony, we outlined everything.
I mean,
Everything with COVID-19.
absolutely everything.
How it's the same thing as the flu, the symptoms, the amount of people that have died, the amount of people that have been affected, and now this. I have no words right now. I want you guys to share this. Click on WLJE.net. Go to the live button. It'll bring you to our YouTube page. Please share, because we are only going to bring you the factual news from here on out. I thank you for joining us, and keep watching for the breaking news symbol on my Facebook page, WLJE, LJE TV, Liquid Jungle Entertainment. Anthony, did I miss anything?
No, I think you summed it up very well. I guess some last thoughts on this is, remember, it's not stay at home. It's safer at home.
Exactly. It's safer at home. I have one last thought on that. Whether it's COVID-19 or the flu or anything that is going on in your life that might affect other people or citizens of the United States of America, you have the responsibility to stay home. Not because of this pandemic, but whatever is going on in your life, if something is communicable, stay at home. Flu season, stay at home. Cold, stay at home. And take care of yourself. Go to the bathroom, wash your hands, wash your face. Do everything so that you are respectful to the other citizens in the United States. We wouldn't have this pandemic right now if everybody just focused on washing your hands, washing your face, cough into your sleeve, and stay home. Why is that so hard? United States citizens right now, I'm asking you, why is that so hard? I don't get it. Every citizen right now that's going out and is coughing and is spreading this disease because they think it's, and guys on Facebook and girls licking toilet seats and everything else, you think this is funny? Look at the statistics. How many people are dying? 1,224 people have died from this disease in New York as of this morning. 71 in the state of Florida, and I'm sure that figure has gone up. What's wrong with you? I don't get it. I bet you if it was a loved one, you'd get it, wouldn't you? Oh. I want to thank everybody for joining tonight, and we're going to be live through the rest of this pandemic. The state of Florida has a safer at home order until at least April 30th. Might be even pushed or extended to May 15th. Don't forget, the IRS has extended your filing, as we said on the show earlier today, on the two MOOCs, from April 15th to July 15th. So you have a lot of time to get your tax filings in. I don't get it. I really don't. If you guys are looking at me right now, please, if you think you're infected, stay at home. And it's not about COVID-19. It's about the flu. It's about anything else that's going on in your life. You might have meningitis. You might have other things that's going on in your life. Please stay at home. Have respect for your neighbors, your friends, your family, and people that are just going to the store to just pick up groceries. What if you went to the grocery store right now and a mother and a father are there with their 3 or 4 kids, and you already knew you were infected? Can you live with yourself right now that you infected that family of 5 or 6? And if you can live with it, God help you, because I wouldn't. I'm Michael Markovina. This is the first broadcast news of WLJE News.
And I'm Anthony Merrigan. And all you have to do is just think about others. This isn't just the COVID-19. This is the flu. This is every other sickness that you can possibly give to others that cause this same issue. Just be a decent human being.
On the final call, I would like to thank Governor Ron DeSantis. I would like to thank my president, Trump. No matter his faults, he does love this country, and so does the governor of the great state of Florida. If we just come together and put Republicans and Democrats and independents and put everything aside, no party, no race, nothing, we can come together and overcome this. Thank you for joining us. This is WLJE News.